Hey guys, it's Mandy. I'm back again. I'm a psychologist and I've been in the mental health field for 20 years. And today I'm going to teach you how to get out of your head. Do you ever have days where you're just stuck in your head and everything's just bad and life's getting on top of you and we're just spiraling? I know I have those days, and this is what I do when I'm having a overwhelmed day and I'm just feeling negative about everything. I get out of my head by doing this simple task. I imagine the real world around me. Cars on the highway, wherever I am, a restaurant, I look at the chairs, the windows, or the people, or at home, it's just about looking at my television and my stuff on the walls and my dog. These are all things that are around me, and they're quite, I call them concrete things. So if you had to put 100 people in a room and say, I'm going to present you with a chair, most people, unless they had schizophrenia or were psychotic or something else going on, and they lived under a rock or something, would say, yeah, that's a chair. So you're going to have consensus on that. So most of the things out in the real world, we can trust at this stage until there's further evidence. Whereas thoughts up in our head, I see my head as an intersection of loads of different highways with tons of traffic, and there's traffic jams and just lots of thoughts going, and grabbing a thought here and pulling a thought down over there, and just trying to keep myself emotionally regulated. So I can remember that when I'm in that sort of highway territory, I'm in negotiable territory. When I talked about the real world outside, that's generally non-negotiable because 100 people in a room would all mostly agree with you. That's what it is. We could all agree. The stuff in our heads, we could speak to 100 people in a room and say, I'm having this thought that I'm useless, or nobody loves me, or I'm not good enough. That's a very common one that a lot of my clients have. It's quite common in life actually to think that, and I guess social media has not helped with that because we compare and despair and we get ourselves all in a tiz about things. But just remember that anything that's up in your head, these thoughts, they're not facts. They are based on fears and insecurities. So they're always going to be up for negotiation, and that's a good thing because that means you don't have to trust what's going on up here. You can just go, right, I'm getting out of this. This is just driving me mad. Back into the real world. It's kind of like a mindfulness thing where you use your senses and you go, what can I see? What can I smell? That's why going on walks in nature is great. That's why listening to music is good, or doing a crossword or a puzzle or pottery or whatever you like to do. Sports, it's being in the moment, so you're not up in your head engaging too much with all those messy, noisy thoughts about why life is the way it is, what it means to us. Why didn't that person say hello? Where's my raise? Why haven't I got enough money? Whatever the things, we all have intrusive thoughts. So just split it in your mind and think of the colourful real world, and then make the sort of thoughts in your head black and white and think of them as negotiable. You don't have to believe every thought that you think, and we have something like 80,000 thoughts a day, and only 20% of those are useful. So get out of your head, let it go. It's busy up there, it's traffic jammed, if that's a word, and you need to just get back into the real world. Just think, right here, right now, I'm safe. There's no lions in the room. Everything's all right. What happens is a lot of us spend our time in flight freeze, which is like a nervous system overreaction. I'm in danger. And the more primitive part of our brain, the limbic system, it starts off your amygdala, which is the alarm system. I'm in danger. And that part of the brain doesn't know the difference between traffic jams, debt, relationship problems, and a lion chasing you. So it just puts all of those chemicals, hormones going in your body, adrenaline, cortisol, and can leave you feeling really exhausted. That's also why people get so burnt out, because they don't know how to calm their bodies. And you can start with your mind by getting out of your head. Just go, this is just getting a bit noisy and a bit toxic for me right now. I'm just going to get back into the room, back into the forest, and give yourself 10 minutes. And actually, you'll find that a lot of those thoughts have faded, or they don't have the same intensity. So I like to do that. I like to think of two different worlds in a way. So there's the world up in my head, which is made up of lots of insecurities and my baggage from my childhood and my previous relationships and all those sorts of things. And back into the real world where I know things are calm and safe and there's nobody chasing me. And I think if you can tell yourself you feel safe, do some deep breathing, that box breathing that I talk about in another video, where you breathe in for, this new one, you breathe in for 3, count 3, 1, 2, 3, hold for 4, and then breathe out for 5. And that resets your body. It calms the body. It reminds your body that there can't be a lion chasing you, because then you'd be hyperventilating. If you're breathing slowly, it means the danger's past. And so the amygdala goes, oh, okay, we can turn off the alarms. Let's just calm down. And that's where we really need to be, is in that calm place. But modern life doesn't kind of give us that chance, really. There's just so much going on, loads of stress. Anyway, so I hope that helps. Get out of your head as much as you can, unless you're problem solving or executing stuff, as in planning and being organized using the cognitive front cortex part of your brain. That's the bit that's good and purposeful. Whereas if we're just generally worrying, our brains do that to try and keep us safe. It's not conducive to feeling calm. Hope this helps. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. Every person that subscribes is very special, and I want you to join my community, and let's just be human and authentic. And sorry, that sounds a bit woke, but you know what I mean. I want people to just be able to talk to each other, and we all go through the same stuff, but we live lives where it's like, it's fine, and it's all kind of this parallel. We're all living parallel lives, but we're all acting like, hashtag life's fabulous, and actually most people have some kind of problem, and it's almost like we don't really want to talk about it because maybe that means life is quite difficult, but life is quite difficult. So if we can laugh about it, have a chat, connect over similar issues, I think that is also really helpful. Anyway, I'm blabbering a bit now. I hope you'll subscribe and look out for more videos. Any questions, please get in touch. I'd love to help in any way that I can, and I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.